In this lesson, we will discuss how to effectively use clippers and trimmers. Our learning objectives are to explain a clipper cut and to identify the uses of a trimmer. Any haircut that can be performed with shears or a razor can also be performed using clippers. Clippers, however, are designed to cut much closer to the skin surface than the shears. The clippers will create a softer effect on the hair ends than the blunt edges of a haircut performed with shears. However, it will not be as textured as with a razor cut. When performing a clipper cut, there are some basic tools you will need. Clippers are electric, or battery-operated tools, that cut the hair, using two blades held in place by a metal plate with teeth. Just as your shears use two blades to cut the hair, so do clippers. Clippers, just like your shears, have a still blade and a moving blade. The still blade is the bottom blade, or the blade that sits closest to the scalp. The moving blade moves in a side-to-side motion across the top of the still blade. The blade action of the clipper is faster than the eye can see. Trimmers are just like clippers, only smaller. They typically have finer teeth in order to cut closer to the skin. Trimmers are also known as edgers, and are used mainly to clean the necklines and around the ears. Other tools you might need when performing a clipper cut would be combs, hair-cutting shears, texturizing shears, and length guard attachments. Length guard attachments are special combs that attach to your clippers and trimmers. These combs are designed to ensure that the clippers will cut the hair at a predetermined length. The clippers, still and moving blades, are designed to be separated up to 1/16 of an inch by using the lever found on the side of the clipper handle. When this lever is pulled all the way one direction, the edges of the blades are almost even, resulting in what is known as a zero guard, meaning the hair will be cut as close to the skin surface as possible. When a client asks for a zero clipper cut, this means you will use the clippers with the lever in the close position in order to cut the hair as close to the scalp as possible. When the lever is pushed back to the other direction, the clipper's blades separate to 1/16 of an inch of space between the edges of the teeth. This separation of the clipper blades is known as a half guard. When a client asks for a half guard clipper cut, this means you will use the clippers with the lever in the open position in order to cut the hair, leaving only 1/16 of an inch of hair on the head. Understanding this lever and the amount of separation between the blades when it is used will help you better understand the references to the length guard attachment combs. Length guard attachment combs are measured to leave a predetermined length of hair on the head when used with the clippers. A number 1 clipper guard is designed to leave only 1/8 of an inch of hair on the head. A number 2 is designed to leave 1/4 of an inch of hair on the head. A number 3 is designed to leave 3/8 of an inch, and so on, up to a number 8. You can use length guard attachment combs in conjunction with a half guard lever, so that a 1.5 will leave 3/16 of an inch of hair on the head. You should familiarize yourself with fractions again and learn the exact measurements of each clipper guard size, as some guards may be labeled as numbers and others may only be labeled in the actual measurements. When using your clippers to provide a haircut, there are several different techniques that you can use to achieve the best look for your client. There is the clipper over comb technique, which is very similar to the shears over comb technique. The main difference is that the clippers move across the comb, thus requiring you to hold the comb in place, as opposed to moving the comb. The angle in which you hold the comb will determine the amount of hair left on the head. You can also use the length guard attachments to ensure a more consistent look. You may also use clippers in what is known as a freehand technique. This technique is used mainly for cleaning necklines, around the ears and even adding designs into the haircut with trimmers. Trimmers are also used with guard attachments, clipper over comb, or even freehand techniques when it comes to addressing facial hair.